In today's episode, I want to teach you how to become the CEO of your business and not just the employee or the entrepreneur of it. It's a big difference and can make a drastic shift in the income of your business. I'm on a mission to teach coaches and entrepreneurs how to make more, work less, hire their funnel, and let the funnel do the work. If you're ready, join me on Monetize with Marcus podcast. Welcome back to Monetize with Marcus podcast. I'm your host. In case you didn't know, I didn't know if you was looking for someone else. It's not a substitute teacher. It's me, shawty, as they would say at ATL. So in today's episode, I want to unpack how to become the CEO of your business and not just an employee or the entrepreneur of it. Now, what's the difference, right? There's these drastic difference in skill set. All of us started out as just an entrepreneur, a person with an idea, creativity, talent to build and start a company. Now, there are a few different character traits. I think it's important to know the difference between CEO and entrepreneur, right? And there's different types of entrepreneur. Like, I'm a creative entrepreneur. Like, what does that mean? There's an art form. I'm connected to the process, connected to the people. Now, there are some people that, from an entrepreneur standpoint, they just enjoy building businesses and exiting from them. There's no emotional attachment to what they built. They're not the artists of it. There's not this idea of, I want to be married to this. Like, for me, I couldn't see walking away from any of the businesses I've built. Right? I love it. I love the process. Now, I could see not doing the day-to-day of it and sitting above the business, making critical decisions about it. But there are certain entrepreneurs that they're not tied to it at all. They're building it to sell it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a pro or a con or any of those things. But let me explain to you, there are different aspects and different talents. So when we talk about the skill set of an entrepreneur versus the skill set of a CEO, you got to embrace both in different parts of the journey. But as you get ready to scale a company and really see lasting results, you might have got into a business in your 20s and you're in your 40s and married. So now time has changed. What you want now is the same money, the same creativity, but you want more freedom to spend time with something else that is now rivaling the business you built, right? So the skill set of the entrepreneur that built the business is not the skill set of the CEO that will allow you to scale it and have life, family, and business. And you want all of it. So skill set of the the entrepreneur typically is to go out and get money, right? Like you created something that people need that generates revenue from you. That's the entrepreneur. Whether you're an entrepreneur that loves to go and create new businesses, whether you know anything you think about, you're a serial entrepreneur, you can make it happen. You graduated from hustler to entrepreneur, from illegal to legal. You went from just like whatever you can get your hands on to sell to actually having an LLC or an S corp. Like, it's structured now. You got a legit document, all right? You don't have to put it in nobody's name but your own. Okay. So the skill set of the entrepreneur initially is create something, go get money for it. That's it. Like, create products, shirts, you name it, go and get money for it. Now, the skill set of the CEO is a little different. Skill set of the CEO is not, the first thought is not create something, go out and get money. The skill set of the CEO is go out and get people who go get money. Oh, now that's crazy. That shift changes the game. Now, it's not that you stop getting money, but you realize if the money that you make is hinged or connected to your hands, you only got two hands and you only have 24 hours. You're only one person. But if you develop this skill of teaching other people how to go out and get money, now instead of having two hands, if you can get the first person, you got four. If you can get the second person, you got six. If you can get the third, you get what I'm saying. And on and on and on and on and on. So now instead of just you closing sales, you've got another person doing it. When you graduate to the skill of casting vision, recruiting people, developing them, they now go out and get money and the company grows where, listen to this, here's what happens. You now start making money even when you're not working. Because what is happening is you are monetizing at this point, not your work ethic, but your mindset. The thought process of how you built the business becomes a process that other people can duplicate. So that first step, man, when you're talking about making that shift from going out and getting paper and say, I closed 10 sales to my team closed 10 sales. What was you doing? Man, I was chilling. I ain't get up to 12. Like, that's a different feeling. I'll never forget the first time I hired a salesperson and they closed a sale and I saw I could see the transaction go through on the back end. And I was flying and I landed and saw 3 sales had closed. I was like, oh, I like that feeling. Oh, I mean, I felt like I had a baby. Like, ooh, look at that baby. Could you, like that feeling of knowing two things that changed the game for me. When an automation converted a sale where I knew I woke up from sleeping and had made money, and the first time that I had taken the process I used to close sales and gave it to somebody else and they did it, oh my God. I got addicted and was like, I want more of that. I want more of I didn't work for it money. Right, man, that money spend different, feel different. Like for real. Now, you get to that by documenting the process of your transformation from entrepreneur to CEO. You can't effectively sit in the CEO seat if you didn't effectively master the entrepreneur seat. That's from making money to documenting how you made it. Helps you transition faster. Because if you hire a person and you don't have anything to hand off to them, like what's the sales script? Like what's the process? If a person complains, what's the customer service? If the person says no thank you, what's the down sell? What's the transition? If a person hasn't made a payment, what's the follow-up? Like all of that, did you go through all the stuff that you learn as the entrepreneur when you're closing the sale? Let's just say you were at a kiosk selling something at a kiosk and you want to replace yourself and put somebody else there so you're not there all day. Every person that said no, you should be documenting in your downtime. What did you do to convert it? Every person that walked past, hey, excuse me, want to stop by for a second? No, I'll come back. Like, how did you handle that? All right. So the entrepreneur thinks about how to go out and get the money. The CEO thinks about how to go out and recruit people to get the money. Second thing, the entrepreneur focuses on investing to develop himself. The CEO focuses on investing to develop the people around them. You follow me? So now you look out and you realize it's not just your personal investment into personal development. It's the development into into the organization, into the people around you. How do you get them exposed to more so they get smarter, they get brighter, they get better at what they do so the company gets better? The better they are, the more time you have and the more value that's brought to the company. You don't want a person to just, at a certain point, you hire people and they manage your ideas. But at another point, you want to bring people in with their ideas where you can manage it into your structure. Man, that's a whole nother mindset where you like, oh, I never thought of that. If they can bring value of how you can do what you're already doing better, that's what you want. That's what you want. And you want to embrace both sides of yourself. You want to embrace the entrepreneur in you and the CEO in you. That's the joint. You want to embrace both and constantly graduate to each level. All right, last part of the difference between the CEO and the entrepreneur. The entrepreneur focuses on getting better at how to do it. Like, you know how to build, like for me, I'm just talking about what I'm going through. I've learned how to build the funnels, but now I'm trying to learn how to teach other people how to do it. Because the faster I can teach people how to do it, the more it frees me up to think through the process. It frees me up to, at a certain point, work with people at the highest level, right? To add more value, to help more people, to grow more in what we do. We're at a limited capacity. What do I mean? We take applications from people and then we only have so much bandwidth in a limited capacity. But if I can teach more people how to do it instead of focusing on me getting better only at doing it, but other people get, I want to get to a point where shout out to 𝗪𝗲, who's like our primary course creator and my right hand, my operations business partner, operations, etc. I used to teach course creation. I don't teach it anymore. She's better at it than me. She learned it and mastered it. And because she spends more time on just course creation, I spend more time on funnel. It's a perfect mix. I want to get so good at teaching people how to do it that they get better than me at doing it, which means it now benefits the business that we can take on more people because I'm not the only one doing everything. You follow me? So here's what I want you to do. I promise you, if you can focus on over the next 90 days to 6 months, creating a plan to not just develop you, but find people like you. You owe it to yourself to be to someone else what you wish someone was to you. So why not fire yourself from certain aspects that you can hire someone else to do it, and you can drastically serve your clients better, drive your revenue, and you can increase the amount of time you're able to think your business, not just work in your business. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. I want to hear your feedback. If you are not subscribed and you just stumbled on this, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, ain't no fun if the homies can't come. Invite somebody to get the same value you're getting from Monetize with Marcus podcast. I'll see you in the next episode.